I said, yo, this is your boy Marquis Noted here at Griffin Radio, here to give you the news during the quarantine season. Let's go. I said, hey, yo, what's going on, Griffins? What is going on? It's your boy Marquis, and this is another episode of the Quarantine Season podcast. It's your boy, and I'm just wondering, Griffins, what have y'all been doing during this quarantine season? Your boy Marquis has been just chilling mostly at home, being safe, staying safe inside, making sure that we're doing what we need to do. For me, I've just been chilling at home, making sure I'm staying up on my classes, doing my assignments. We're on these Zoom classes now. Um, you know, classes that weren't permitted to be online are now online. So we're all having to stay indoors and be safe, guys. So that's very important that we just stay indoors and be safe. For me, like I said, I just been online doing my stuff, chilling at home on Netflix and chilling at home, watching a whole bunch of different shows and stuff like that, Hulu, all that type of stuff. So that's all I've been doing. Working a little bit. I got my job going, so I'm working still a little bit, but that's all I've pretty much been doing, guys, during this quarantine season. I'm wondering what have y'all been doing during quarantine season? It's just been going crazy, man. Um, since the last quarantine season podcast, we talked about a whole bunch of different things going on, from the news going on to the government to IG Live. So we're going to continue that throughout the series of the quarantine season podcast. So what's been going on in the news since the last time? Since the last time, we were about to get our stimulus checks. And for those who got it, we finally got the stimulus checks, the $1,200. So I'm wondering what y'all have spent y'all $1,200 on. Have y'all put that in the bank and put that as savings? Have y'all decided to make any type of investments? Because the ones who don't are not working right now. Many people have got laid off and they don't have jobs. So for those who don't have no work right now, that $1,200 can come into handy. If you have some type of other income that you can put it towards another business. Right now is the creator's time. The creator's time to create is right now. If you are a creator, then the time is right now to start creating. Start an online business. Start something that can generate income for you and your family without just having a job. Because as we can see now, having a job is not always liable. You can get laid off. Anything can happen, and anything can happen, and you can just get laid off or fired or whatever. So it's a good thing to have an extra income. Multiple income streams is what you want to have. Multiple income streams. So for those who got the $1,200, that's a great thing. At least you can do something a little bit with that. But it's been kind of going crazy because many people are saying that the $1,200 is not enough. So I guess we will see. Many people are saying that we should have got more. So if we look at the demographics in between different countries and stuff like that, the stimulus checks package around the world, a country like the UK got 80% of the worker salaries. Denmark got 75% of worker salaries. The Netherlands got 90% of worker salaries. Canada got 2K per month. They get 2K per month for their stimulus package. And Australia gets 1K per month. And the U.S. gets the one-time payment of the $1,200 to take for. So many people are saying that's just not enough for people to survive off of. That's just a one-time payment. So I'm kind of wondering what y'all think about it, Griffins. It's just been going crazy. Like I said, we need to stay indoors and be safe, but there are also bills coming. So we need to just make sure that we're just being safe. So going on from that, what's been going on in the news and the government and all that. So there has been discussions going on that that the news came out that Bernie Sanders has conceded the presidency, and he is now um, put all his backing towards Joe Biden. So it looks like it will be in November, Donald Trump against Joe Biden for the presidential candidate. So I guess I'm wondering what y'all are thinking right now, because everything's kind of going crazy. So um, depending on what your views are on politics, I guess we'll see how this race turns out, because it's just kind of been going crazy right now. So um, that's for the politics side. Going on in the news, um, you know, back all the way going towards Easter for those who are religious people. Um, you know, um, there was no Easter. There's no churches open and stuff like that. So one thing crazy that happened is a Virginia pastor who held church service and who ignored the social distancing order has now passed away from the coronavirus. So that's kind of crazy to me, because they told everybody to be safe, stay indoors, but people want to still ignore that. Um, you know, um, a lot of people are saying, um, we have faith in God and stuff like that. But remember what it says. Remember what the word says. Faith without works is dead. So I believe, as a faithful man, as a faith man myself, that we just all need to just stay indoors and be safe. We need to work. We need to work and be safe, and listen to the people who are instructing us to be safe. So faith without works, putting out work, stay indoors and stuff like that. Faith without works is dead. So for those who are people of faith, remember that. So um, that was the Virginia pastor. Next, going on in the news, kind of like headlines and stuff like that. Drake's Tootsie Slide makes the historic #1 debut on Billboard Hot 100. So the Tootsie Slide, that Drake's new single that came out, um, has gone #1. So I think that's nothing new for Drake. I think that's just a Lucy for him, what we call a Lucy. He can just throw out a hit. Many different artists can't do that, but Drake can just throw out a hit if he wants. Just boop, here's a hit. Boop, here's a hit. Boop, here's a hit. So I think that's great for Drake. He hit #1. He's breaking records. It became a TikTok craze. Many people on TikTok right now are doing his dance. Right foot up, left foot slide, left foot up, left, right foot slide. So this is going crazy, Griffins. If you haven't heard of the Tootsie Slide dance, go ahead and look that up. It's going crazy on TikTok. So going on from that, um, a little bit of sadder news. Carl Anthony Towns' mother passed away from the coronavirus. If you don't know who Carl Anthony Towns, he played for the Minnesota Timberwolves, um, NBA NBA player. The Minnesota Timberwolves. If you don't know who Carl Anthony Towns, his mother passed away. She had been diagnosed with coronavirus a couple months ago, and she has passed away. Not a couple months ago, a couple weeks ago, and now she has passed away. So that's a little bit sadder news. Um, but like I said, we wish everybody to stay safe, stay indoors, so we can all get through this. It's the people who have pre-existing conditions who are the people that are most vulnerable to this virus. So we need to just stay indoors and stay safe. Because that's the best thing we can do. That's the best we can do to stay safe, guys. So going on from that, some more headlines and stuff. Diddy's Dance-A-Thon raises over $3 million for coronavirus relief efforts. If you don't know who Diddy is, Diddy, Puff Daddy, or um, the guy who found Biggie Smalls, I don't know. Um, you guys, through all his different monikers, he did a Dance-A-Thon on IG Live, which raised over $3 million for the coronavirus relief efforts. So that's a great thing. Many different celebrities and stuff like that, like Megan the Stallion, um, and just many Jennifer Lopez, many different artists, celebrities got on his IG live with his kids, Christian Combs and King Combs and all of them. It's just had a dance-a-thon. Just they just danced on their IG lives, and people donated money, and so they raised over 3 million. So I think that's a great thing. That's a great strategy in order to just make it a little bit fun, a little bit entertaining while we're all just been indoors, and stuff like that, because it's kind of been just a crazy time while we're going through this. So, um, so that's shout out to Diddy for that, raising money. Um, so going on in the news, the House Representatives proposed an emergency money for the People's Act, which could give Americans 2K a month for the duration of the pandemic. Now, that's something that the government is thinking of. They proposed a bill, so I guess we will see if the House votes on it and stuff like that, and it goes all the way through up the judicial system. That would be a great if we could all get 2K per month. I believe some of the guidelines is you just have to be over the age of 16, a U.S. citizen. I think that's a great thing. A lot of people could use 2K per month because a lot of people are struggling right now. A lot of people don't have food. But that's another thing. Since they proposed this bill, I had another thing to add to that because I'm like, where are they coming? Where's this money coming from? You know, we have a lot of people who are struggling out here. We have world hunger happening. We have people who are homeless, and I'm just trying to figure out where they pulling this money. They already did a 2 trillion, point 2 trillion, $3 trillion bill for us to get the $1,200. So now they're proposing a 2K bill, which is gonna give us a lot more money. So my thing is where they're pulling this money from. If you recognize money, money is just digits moving, zeros moving, and digits moving. If they're able to just come out with this money for these emergency situations, what about world hunger? What about the homeless problem happening? I believe if we fix some of these other problems, then we won't have a lot of these other things happening. You know, if we fix the homeless problem, maybe we would fix the world's people who are not at work. If people are able to get jobs and stuff like that, then maybe they won't be homeless. If we provide programs for them and stuff like that, I think that would be a great thing. But like I said, money is just money. Digits is just digits moving from digits to zeros and stuff like that. So that's another thing that they propose. So I think, like I said, creatives. If you are a creative, learn to try to make a business, an online business, something that you're selling and on another hustle, because that's going to be the thing that gets you through. Like I said, if you don't have a job, learn to use this as this quarantine season to create something. Do something with your life other than just having a job, a 9 to 5, and working. Because that, as we can see, it's not going to work for the rest of our lives. So, yeah, be creative, guys. Be creative. Um, so going on with the stimulus checks, the Tallahassee residents claimed that their stimulus checks were deposited into their taxpayers' account instead of their own. So that's kind of crazy. Their taxpayers got their money. I would be mad too if our tax preparers account got our money. That's kind of crazy. So I'd be really mad too. So yeah. Going on from that, um, um, another crazy thing that happened is El Chapo's daughter is distributing aid packages. So I just think that's kind of crazy. So yeah, guys, yeah, El Chapo's daughter is delivering aid packages, which I guess is a good thing. But it was just funny to me when I heard about it because I was just like El Chapo's daughter. Like, if you don't know who El Chapo is, the drug kingpin El Chapo. So um, Yeah, it's kind of yeah, and he's currently in jail right now. So if you don't know about El Chapo, maybe go to Netflix and watch Narcos. Narcos is a great show on Netflix that I watch about Pablo Escobar and El Chapo. So if you don't know about him, go watch those shows on Netflix. They're both great shows. Um, so like I said, the crazy thing, I guess his family still holds a lot of influence in their country. So his daughter was giving out aid packages to the people who are less fortunate in their community. So I guess that's a great thing. They still got money and they have influence in order to do things for the people who need it. So the other thing was that his face was on the box, so it was just like it was coming from El Chapo. So that was just another crazy thing that I seen. Um, a little bit going after that. Um, Gianna Bryant and her teammates are now to be honored in the draft picks at the 2020 WNBA. If you don't know who Gianna Bryant is, that is Kobe Bryant, who played for the Lakers, Los Angeles Lakers, passed away probably a couple months ago back with his daughter in a helicopter crash, and two of her teammates were also on the helicopter. So yeah, so the girls, the three girls, are now to be inducted into the draft picks for the 2020 WNBA. So thanks to the WNBA, they're doing great things. Girls, women's basketball doing great things. So I'm glad to hear that they're doing this because these three girls were um, they're gone too soon. Gone too soon. Um, and they were just basketball fanatics. They love basketball. So that's a good thing that the WNBA is doing. Putting these girls into the draft picks. So, going from that, some Florida beaches are set to reopen this weekend with restrictions. Some San Diego beaches are also are opening now with restrictions. I believe some of the restrictions are is just like no sitting. They want you to keep moving. No, just hanging out with lots of people and stuff like that. They want you to keep moving. You can walk on the beach, but I believe the boardwalk is still closed down like Mission Valley area, um, Mission Beach area. I mean, um, and you can still walk around, but they don't want you to be in a big crowd and everything like that. Um, so yeah, just abide by the rules, guys. Stay safe and just stay safe if you can. Just stay indoors, really. Just really stay indoors because it's been going kind of crazy out here these days. So just stay safe, guys. Wear your mask even when you do go out, grocery stores and stuff like that. Even at grocery stores, they start putting up these plexiglass things so you're not infecting the cashiers, which I think is a great thing too. So you're not infecting the cashiers. They don't have any germs getting in and getting towards their way. So for those who are first responders, like the people who work at the grocery stores, I believe that's a great thing that they're doing for that. So yeah. So yeah, guys, all I'm saying is I just want us to be safe so we can all get through this quarantine season. Because the only way we're all going to be able to get through this is if we all stick together, stay inside, and just be safe. So for those who are at the beaches, hey, be safe out there, guys. Be safe. Be safe. Be safe. Going on from that, some other news: more than 1,300 Ohio inmates test positive for the coronavirus. So um, guys, we need to be safe, especially if you have people who are incarcerated in jail and stuff like that. Um, you know, try to talk to them, talk to the people who have some sway in the prison system because these are still people too, guys. They still need to be safe. We don't want people just passing away. Thousands upon thousands of people just be passing away. So we just need to be safe, guys, because Um, you know, people they people in prisons, deserve to be safe too, guys. So um, going on from that, um, cops have busted um, a 60 people gathering at a barbershop in Brooklyn. Um, like I said, people, many different businesses are ignoring these policies. Especially, it would be one thing if you were doing business with, trying to cut hair on the side just to try to make ends meet, but you decide to throw a party with more than 60 people in there, knowing that we have to be quarantined. So, guys, don't don't be like these people. If you own a business, just listen to the laws and stuff like that. If you can, just try to come up with a different business, online business. Like I said, creatives are going to be the ones who win right now. Creators are going to be the ones who come up with businesses to create and start something, for their families. So, like I said, if you have a business already, just try to make sure that you're staying safe. Staying safe. Um, Going on from that, um, last time we talked about the match that was going to happen between Teddy Riley and Babyface. If you don't know who Teddy Riley and Babyface is, they are crazy, like gods in the music game. Like, these are the guys who create hits. They have created so many hits. They have started so many genres of music. If you don't know about the New Jack City Swing era, if you don't know about the Tony Braxton era, like, you guys have to go back and do your homework. For those who are music lovers and stuff like that, go back, do your homework, and look back at the Teddy Riley and Babyface. So they were going to do a versus battle. If you don't know about the versus is a series started on IG Live by Timbaland, the producer Timbaland and the producer Swiss Beats. So if you don't know about Timbaland and Swiss Beats, they are also producers and writers who have wrote for the top people in the music game. We're talking about Aaliyah, Missy Elliott, and just a whole bunch of different artists, Jay-Z and everybody. They have produced songs and wrote for these top artists in the game. So that they started a verses on IG Live, and now they're having different celebrities and artists get on their IG lives and battle each other. 20 songs. Your top hits. You want to play your top hits. So for the Teddy Riley and Babyface it happened, but they had to do a rematch, because the first match was just basically a um, hour long sound check basically. Um, Babyface was ready. It was Teddy Riley that was kind of messing up. He had a feedback loop of his music going on, which didn't, which created just a whole bunch of feedback that wasn't right. So even with a lot of people in the room to help him figure it out, it wasn't. He couldn't even figure it out. So it's been going crazy, guys. So that means, for those who are music lovers and artists and stuff like that, remember that the engineers are your goats. Like, the engineers will figure stuff out for you. He had a whole bunch of people in the room and they could not figure it out. So that means less was more. Just you, your hits, and your phone. That's all you need. You, your phone, and your hits. So for the versus battle. So like I said, many different artists have been battling. Like I said, going back, we talked about the Dream versus Sean Garrett. The Neo versus Jonte Austin. If you don't know about these artists, then go back and look them up. We have the T-Pain versus Little John battle, the Boy Wonder battle versus Hit Boy battle. So if you don't know about these artists, go back and look them up, because these are the guys who are creating big hits in the music game. Big hits in the music game. Yeah, so they are recording artists who have just done some of the biggest hits, guys. They have done some of the biggest hits for your favorite artists. So yeah, those are a couple of the battles that happened. So I'm glad that you know Timbaland and Swiss Beats have started this, because a lot of different artists, um, you know, they need the flowers. These are some of the people who have been underground for a long time, and they don't get their flowers. So it's good that they're getting their flowers while they are still here, showing love to the goats in the game and stuff like that, to the goats in the hip hop game, the music game, and all like that. And now many different artists are trying to do their subgenres of the versus battles. So people who are um, big in the pop world, now they're doing their battles. The producers are doing their subgenre battles and stuff like that. So it's been a good thing. They've created something that can go really big and make a lot of money too, but be real big for the culture, hip hop culture, music culture, and stuff like that. So shout out to Timbaland and Swiss Beats for creating this for the artists, yo. They're doing great things. We also talked about the quarantine radio pod, IG that has been happening on Tory Lanez. If you don't know about Tory Lanez, he's a great, phenomenal artist. Actually, he's a R&B singer, rapper, all that, and he can go into many different flows. So if you don't know about the Tory Lanez as an artist, you should go look him up. He's a dope artist who has a lot of different music. He just put out his new project, the new Toronto 3, which was a mixtape actually, but now he's actually putting it out um, as out on platforms now. So that's a great thing. It's a great thing. So go look at his new project coming out, that came out, and go look at his quarantine radio on his IG lives. Y'all can go on YouTube and look that up because that's been going crazy too. So y'all can go ahead and look that up too because that's been going really crazy, really crazy. So go on YouTube, do your thing. Going from that, um, kind of the only thing going on left. Um, Michelle Obama is now hosting a weekly online series reading popular children's books for kids. Um, I think that's also a great thing that she's doing because many different artists, um, I mean, not artists, but many different children are not um, are just in quarantine, just like us, guys. So if you don't know about the education system, is kind of going crazy right now because kids are not in school. So they have Zoom classes, but it's already hard enough for us college students to be in Zoom classes. Now, what do you think of a 12-year-old, a 9-year-old, a 3-year-old are going to be doing during the quarantine on a Zoom class, trying to learn? That's kind of crazy that we think that that's actually going to happen. Sometimes the parents are there, parents are at work. So how do we know that they're actually comprehending the information that's given? So there's been many different conversations going to happen. Um, you know, saying that the kids, this generation of children and stuff like that, might have to be held back a year, and that would be very sad. Many different people. I don't think it's actually going to happen because many people will go up in arms if this happens. But it's kind of a crazy conversation that these kids might have to be held back a year because of everything going on, because they don't know if they're actually comprehending the information that's being given out. Many different people, many different children, I should say, um, you know, don't have access to a computer. The only access to a computer was at school. So even as college students, many different college students didn't have access to a computer either. So how you on Zoom classes and stuff like that, and how you're in school. So these are just different conversations that are happening. Many different people, kids and stuff like that. If you have 4 or 5 kids who are in a household, maybe one computer, how are you all going to be in your Zoom class and you only have one computer, 2 computers, and there's 3, 4, 5 of y'all in a household. So these are the circumstances, and that's just kind of crazy that that are conversations that are having. Many different children also, maybe sometimes their family is having a hardship, and they didn't have money for food, so the only time the children ate was at school. So like when these things happen, we have to recognize, these things that are happening. So many different schools are still giving out food, which is a great thing that's happened because they've recognized that the children, these are the only time that they can get away and get something to eat. So many different um, schools and are still um, conducting their programs for the free reduced lunch and stuff like that. I know out Southeast San Diego, some of the schools out in Southeast San Diego are still doing their free reduced lunch or free food and stuff like that for the kids. And kind of just giving the kids food, so which is a great thing, and their families food, and you can come pick up your breakfast, your lunch, and still have something to eat for the children. um, you know so these are great things that are people doing down here in San Diego, and around the world with schools and stuff like that. So yeah, um, you know um, kind of going on from that, that's kind of been it, guys. That's kind of what's been going on. Um, what I've been looking at over the quarantine season. Um, you know, it's just been a crazy time. It's just been a crazy time. I think we all just need to be safe, stay indoors if we can. If you are an essential worker, prayers out to you. Make sure you're staying safe too. If you are in a hardship, try to do the best you can, because it's just going to be hard out here, guys. It's a hard time. So um, you know, just everybody just stay safe. Wear your mask, wear your gloves. You know, stay indoors, guys. So my name is Marquis Snowden. This is Griffin Radio. This is another podcast. This is another quarantine season podcast during the quarantine season. And I would like to thank y'all for listening. It's your boy Marquis, and we're just about to get out of here. I would like to thank y'all guys for listening. For real, thank y'all for real listening. So everybody, peace, love, and happiness. Let's go.